but this is a very basic sigil that you can use to attract any sort of wealth or abundance to you. What's up, my dudes? In this video, I'm going to teach you all about sigils and different ways that you can go about making sigils. Now, this is going to be a very basic guide, but if you would like to customize this for your specific practice, or if you have a certain sigil in mind that you would like to use, you can use this for this. So I already have just some basic templates to work with. I feel like these are the best sigils that most beginners should start with. So the first one we have is a protection sigil. Now this one is for being safe and protected. This is a good sigil if you want to carve into any of your candles, or maybe if you want to write this on your home or just write this around your area. This is a good sigil to use for that. Also, we have the abundance sigil. Now this is a good sigil if you want to attract any sort of wealth, attract any sort of money, whether it be from a job or a business or just new investments or just anything. This is a good sigil to work with that. Also, this can be good to add to any sort of money spells to just attract that long-term wealth and attract that long-term abundance. And this is the final one, is going to be a love sigil. Now a love sigil, I believe everyone deserves all three of these, so it just goes in place with this. But love is something that either you don't get enough of, or maybe you want something specific, or maybe you want a certain love language to be for you or your partners or whatever. But welcoming love and light is specifically for welcoming the love that you want and also the light that you would want. I don't suggest you just doing a spell or a ritual or anything just for love in itself. It really depends on what type of love you need and what type of love you want to attract. Now these are three sigils that I'm going to go over. I'm just going to show you how to do one of them, and then the rest will apply to the other two. But this is just a basic guide on how you can go about creating your sigils. So the first one I want to go over is the abundance sigil. Now this is the sigil that I don't really have anything for. If I tend to use anything like this, I have pre-made sigils, but this is something that I don't actually have, so I'm going to create this on the fly. What we're starting off with, also if you would like to, you can add color magic. I'm just going to be using a black pen just so you can see it, but if you would like to use a certain color for your sigils, that'll just amplify it further. So the first thing you want to do is find a basic phrase that you want to do. This phrase should start with I, because this is for you. If you're doing it for something else, it still should be I, because whoever's using the sigil, it would be I for. So once you have your I statements, then the next thing you want to do is add your verb. Now, me specifically, I use attract just because I feel like bringing to me or is brought to me or anything like that, it's very like you're pushing out your net and you're just hoping to get it, whatever. But attracting is specifically for no matter what you do or what energy you're providing, you're still going to attract this. So that's the verb that I tend to use. If you would like to, you can add different verbs or just different alterations, or if you want, you could just add a full sentence, but this is just for example. And then the desired outcome that you want. So the desired outcome should be in the present tense of the verb. It doesn't necessarily have to be, so you could say I attract a specific car, or I attract a upgraded car or something. That's not really something that will be continuously attracted to you. That's really more of an object. So I attract wealth will really just bring any sort of wealth to you. Wealth can mean either for money, or it could mean for an abundance of a certain object. Wealth can mean multiple different things depending on what you want to go for, but wealth is something that I tend to use for abundance. If you would like to, you can also say I attract abundance in my everyday, or I attract a cat to get off my table while I'm recording. But anyway, attracting any sort of wealth is a good idea because it will not only cover your bases, but it's also something that it's somewhat specific in the fact that you want the specific wealth, but it's not so broad where you're just saying I attract money. Wealth is more of like a long-term thing, something that you have for a longer period, something that's usually in a greater quantity than just saying I attract money. But anyway, to start your sigil is to take out all the content. So that would be the I, the A, the other A, the E, the A, and then that's it. So what you're left with is T. It's a double T, so we're going to cross that out. So we're left with a T, a C, a W, an L, and an H. Now, depending on the specific words that you use, obviously you'll have different sigils, but this is just going to be a very basic sigil. So to start these sigil, we're going to use these letters. If you would like to, you can add different ones to this, but I'm going to start with, let's start with a big T, just a big T to start with. And that's something that is very easy. You don't really have to adjust it any. You can just have that. And then the H kind of is in line with that. So we'll do this. So that'll create the H right there. The L, we can just have it in place of one of these right angles, but just for a little bit of visual interest, we'll have it going off to the side. W, we'll just have floating in here. The wealth is sort of protected by this. If you want to think of it as each letter has a different word, you can do that. I tend to just do the shapes and then just go with whatever looks nice. So W be over here, so W and a C, and then it uses all the letters. Obviously you don't have to do the specific sigil, and you can just create whatever you want to, but this is a very basic sigil that you can use to attract any sort of wealth or abundance to you. Also, if you would like to activate this sigil right now, what you can do is you can write out your specific intention at the top, write out the details underneath, so you don't have to necessarily create the sigil for that, but write down the details underneath the main phrase, create your sigil based off the main phrase, and then you can fold this paper. If you want to attract something to you, you would fold it towards you like this. If you wanted to bring out something, or maybe put out the energy for something, not necessarily mean negative energy, but maybe you want to grow a specific thing or grow a product or something, you can fold it outwards. This is just a very basic guide on creating a sigil. If you would like to know how to create any other sigils, or just want to know more about sigils, just create a comment down below and I'll make a video all about that. But yeah, these are the very basics of sigil making and different things that you can do with sigils. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below anything that you would like to know. And if you would like to suggest anything for a future video, just leave it in the comments and I'll make a video about that. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Have a good day, night, life. Enjoy yourself and be happy.